'Cause baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. Baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. 'Cause baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. Baby, it's the everything for me, for me, oh, for me.
First and foremost, if nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. Thank you, Carolyn. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, you already know, I do have to give you a brief disclaimer. I only want you to take what resonates, and I want you to leave the rest behind. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Kel. I only want you to take what resonates and leave the rest behind, all right? I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you're going to get it through somebody else, so be patient with your process. Thank you, me son. Thank you, Melanin. Also, as you know, my voice is too raspy. Thank you, Books. Thank you, yo. I appreciate you. My voice is too raspy to be whispering, all right? So this is about the time that you probably want to hit that volume, okay? Now, before we get started, I want to thank you so much in advance for all the love, likes, shares, subscribes, gifts, kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. I appreciate you, all right? Because I don't always get to pause in the middle of my message to relay that to you. So I appreciate you when I post it on YouTube. Best believe you, I'm going to shout you out, all right? Now, chosen ones, I do want to say for today, you know we into that self-love, self-care Sundays. So I did reduce the price to 30-minute coaching sessions. You do not have to book two. You don't have to book it for today, but if you book today, you will get that $10 off as far as the price, all right? So again, the link's in my bio. We all about this self-care. So whatever I can do to assist you too, I got you, all right? So let's get started. Chosen ones. Right now, I want you to realize that a few things are happening, right? Certain manifestations, as we stated, are coming into fruition. So all the seeds that you planted, now you're starting to see them bloom, and in due time, they're going to be ripe enough for you, right? And this is going to feed you forever, chosen ones. So there's no rush in the process. You keep watering it, you keep speaking life into it, and you're going to see everything align. Now, I say this, chosen ones, because right now you have to be cautious of certain projections around you. And I say that because some of them are intentionally being sent to you, but some of these projections are from individuals that you've always had close to you, right? And I say this, chosen ones, because again, there are certain people that's projecting energy on you and you're carrying certain loads for them. Now, I'm going to give you an example, right? I want you to think about when you have a friend, you have a family member, somebody that you typically are close to, somebody that you extend yourself to, right? All of a sudden, they're going through certain things and they call you. See, when they call you, they're not calling you to share certain celebration news. Some do, but majority don't, chosen ones. I want you to be real with you. Some people don't call you when they're celebrating. They only call you when they have a problem that they need you to be the solution for, right? Thank you, baby. Thank you, Cassie. So I want you to realize that, again, you have to protect yourself from certain projections because you're going to start to go through what they have to go through, right? Now, I say this, chosen one, so let's get back to it. Certain conversations that you had before you even picked up the phone, you had a good vibration to you. Your energy was starting to return back to you. You starting to feel rejuvenated. You was about to clean up your room. You had enough energy to clean up your house too. You just were feeling productive, right? So this was you being excited about certain things that you were going to start, or if you put your business over to the side, you started to pick it up again. You started to, again, feel that spark and that ambition. Now, what happens? All of a sudden, you see so-and-so calling your phone. Now, already intuitively, you already know what's going on because they never call you when they have good news for you. They only call you to share bad news, right? So this is that person that, again, they calling you when bills can't be paid. They calling you when certain things ain't going their way. They calling you when so-and-so's cheating on them, beating on them, deceiving them. And what do? Extend yourself to them, right? So you extend as far as yourself to certain individuals. So this is them calling. And again, when you pick up, you sitting there picking up the problems for them. You're sitting there assisting them. I want you to understand about energy. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, right? It can only be transferred or transformed. So what that means, chosen one, is these individuals are transferring their energy on you. Similar like if you have makeup on your face and you give somebody a hug and that makeup rubs off on you, that could make you feel a certain type of way, right? See, you could be best dressed to impress. You got your new shirt on too. Now, this person that you don't really like that, but they came and they start hugging on you, or they touched you and they makeup transferred on you. Now, you got to wear what they had on them on you too. That's exactly pertaining to energy. So when you first get on the phone, you excited. Again, you have your energy up. Everything's aligning for you. You sitting there focused on positive stuff. And then this problem calls you. And it's not your problem. It's a problem connected to an individual that you extended yourself to, right? So they call. They start crying about what they're going through. And what are you? Who do you do? What do you typically do? You're the solution, right? So you start coming up with problem solving things for them. Like, okay, well, you can do this, or, oh, I'm going to pray for you for that. Or you start extending yourself to them. I want you to realize as you extend yourself to them, they extend their issues and problems to you too. So at the end of the call, what do they say? Oh, I'm so happy I spoke with you. Oh, I'm so happy because I feel so much better. And now you feeling what they was currently going through. Now that same advice that you gave them, you got to take as well, because you didn't transfer that energy. So now you're going to be going through their hells. Now you're going to be going through what they're going through and wondering why you feeling it, chosen ones. So be cautious of who you're extending yourself to. If there's a person who always has a problem, they never come up with their own solution. This person is always calling you up and crying about the same thing. That person, that partner, that position, they steady complaining, but they not making any changes. These people have to be disconnected because they're going to keep you from getting to what you have expected coming in, right? So for instance, again, this friend calls, they got relationship problems. They already know that person's not for them, but they keep signing up for it. They keep wanting to go through it. So therefore, you're going to have to make a decision to disconnect from them because they keep extending themselves to demons and toxicity, right? So I want you to realize it doesn't matter if if they're intentionally transferring that energy on you. It doesn't matter what you intend to be helping as far as this individual. Whatever karma and consequences that's connected to them, whoever they're connected to, that comes and gets rubbed off on you too, chosen one. So be cautious, right? Now, I also say this. I want you to realize that, and excuse me, let me make sure everything's charged in. I don't want to. Okay, we good. All right, we good. Just want to make sure. So, chosen ones, again, protect yourself from projected energy. That's that friends that they calling you about that person over and over again. They know they're not supposed to be with them, but they're going to make you go through what they go through too. At the end of the conversation, again, you're feeling what they was feeling. Most of the time, it's feeling that blues, right? Now you feeling depressed. Now you feeling stressed, and you ain't even had the same problems as them. You sitting there, they talking about their car issues with you. You talking about how you feel sorry for so-and-so. See, I don't even like saying that. When you hear somebody say, I feel sorry for so-and-so, and then you start to feel bad and you're wondering why you feeling bad, I want you to repeat what you just said. You said that I feel bad for so-and-so. So you're saying that, again, you're feeling bad for so-and-so. You extended yourself to that person. Now they're going through what they're going through, and now you're putting yourself in their shoes, chosen ones. You have to watch that. Be cautious of that, because sometimes the empathy in you puts yourself in their position, and now you start to experience their karma and consequences. You start to pick up as far as certain things that they're supposed to be going through. So watch that when you say when you say, oh, I feel sorry for so-and-so. Well, you're feeling sorry because of so-and-so. They projected that energy on you. So now they're feeling better because they spoke to you, and you're feeling worse because they sat there and transferred that energy over on you, right? Okay. Just making sure we clear, correct? Just making sure we clear. Now, not only that, pertaining to that, chosen ones, I want you to realize that certain individuals that you're connected to, again, some people are intentionally projecting on you. These are the people that they don't call you with good news. They only call you when they're going through something and they need you to assist them. There's certain people that you're starting to realize from the beginning you were only going through certain things because you were connected with them. And I'll give you an example. Chosen ones, sometimes you want to wonder why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. You're like, dang, everything's aligning for me, but why am I feeling like this? Why am I in a stink mood? Or why am I feeling sad? Or why was you feeling depressed? You're sitting there wondering why you're feeling the the way that you're feeling. I want you to realize that there's a point in time that you can actually pinpoint who's projecting on you, right? So for instance, just like if you lose your card, right? Just like if you was to say you seen all these charges on your debit card. Stay with me, baby. I promise you I got you, right? So imagine this. All of a sudden you start getting all these alerts that your card's been getting charged. And you like, dang, they done spent it to this, you done spent it to that. So you see certain deductions coming from, right? So I want you to think about your energy as far as how you feel intuitively, how you feel internally, spiritually, so on and so forth, right? I want you to think about that as your wealth, right? So that's equivalent to your debit card, your credit card, so on and so forth. All of a sudden, see, you know that you sat there and put all this work in, that you should have a certain amount in your card that you're not even worried about, because again, you know the work that you put in, you know that there's a certain amount on there, so you've been sitting there stretching certain things out. So that's like, again, you time after time again, you taking time to invest in yourself. That's as far as a deposit into that card. That's a deposit into your energetic, as far as your spiritual worth, right? That's a reward that you get in. So I want you to think every time you do what God asked you to do, every time that you invest in you, you're putting certain deposits in your card as well, right? Now stay with me. All of a sudden, you start seeing all these deductions. All of a sudden, you start getting all these alerts that somebody's spending something. That's equivalent to you was just in a great mood and all of a sudden you start feeling sad. You was just in a great mood and all of a sudden you started feeling mad. You was just in a great mood. Now all of a sudden you starting to feel stressed, so on and so forth, right? So you know that those alerts that you're receiving don't belong to you. You like, wait a minute. When did I do something to deserve sadness? When did I do something to deserve madness? When did I deserve? You sitting there and start pinpointing and checking. That's equivalent to you, again, going to God. You saying certain prayers to him just to look over a few things. Like, God, I'm not sure. So think about how you would for your card, right? If you start seeing certain deductions that don't belong to you, you're going to call that bank or whoever that card belongs to, and you're going to start looking into it. So that's equivalent to you seeing certain deductions from your energy, certain deductions from your spirit, some deductions from your mentality, and you like, wait a minute. Last time I sat there and had this, I ain't spend it on that. Last time I sat there and did this, I ain't do that. So you know that that didn't belong to you, that energetic deduction, right? So what do? You sit there and go to the place, the card holder, so on and so forth, right? That's equivalent to you going to God. You saying, God, wait a minute, I think a few things may not be right. Now, I know I was swiping, but I wasn't swiping pertaining to this. I know that I was out here giving love, but I wasn't out here doing nothing to earn deductions. You sitting there going to God. You're going to source. That's equivalent to you going to as far as your bank, so on and so forth, right? See, as you one by one start to look at certain deductions that you had, you start to realize a pattern. See, what do they ask you? Where's the last time that you had your card at? Who's the last person that you was around when you had your card then? Who was this? You start to think. They start having you think about when's the last time that you spent your card? When's the last time that you physically had your card? Who was you around when you had your... So now you're starting to compare those deductions, right? You're like, wait a minute. The last time that I had my card and I knew my card was full, it was when I was around so-and-so. Okay, so now you got to look into them. Okay, last time I had my card, I had it at so-and-so's place. So now you sitting there, got to go to so-and-so's place. That's equivalent to you. Last time that you felt energy was before you got on the call with that individual. The last time that you was feeling confidence was right before you spoke to your mother and she started that nonsense. Right before you spoke to that partner and they started projecting negativity on you, you was excited about the business that you was headed towards. You was excited about the path that God had for you. So you had to sit there and check your energy the same way that you checking that account. You understand me? There's some of you that, again, don't even realize that you got money sitting there right now. And that's that love. That's that prosperity, so on and so forth. It's because you ain't realized, you ain't even check it. You just going through what's getting projected. You just claiming certain things as you. So that person sit there and is broke-minded, broke mentality. They broken-hearted. So now they making you feel like you broke too. And you forget that you have certain deposits that's on their way to you. So now you out here stretching this. Again, you scarce with that. And the whole time you're allowing other people to project you to make you hold yourself back. No, baby, we're not doing that no more. You understand me? So Again, you had to check that car. When's the last time that you had your energy? When's the last time you had your confidence? When's the last time you was feeling yourself? Because some of you sat there and act like you don't want to do nothing for you. It's because at that time you ain't had the funds to do it. Or every time you try to do something for you, other people had a comment towards you. They was mad that you was making moves that they wasn't able to do. Why? Because they believed that they couldn't. You understand? So there's some of you, this is a season for you to reward you. God put you through a certain test where you had to realize that your worth wasn't on, your wealth wasn't on you, it was within. But now that you know that, don't you know that he about to have you flashy? Don't you know that you ain't been able to buy clothes or shoes, do certain things that you was supposed to do or wanted to do because you was listening to what God was God was directing you to do, right? So you wasn't out there partying like them. You didn't have all these material things and feel like you was materialistically abundant. But you started to realize that your wealth is within. Again, your card is within. So therefore, if your spirit's right, is your soul right, God's going to make certain transactions always get approved. You're going to have an unlimited amount of wealth that gets directed towards you. But it's about your mind, baby. You gotta have to claim that. But you also gonna have to deduct certain people from you that's taken from that. You working so hard to build certain things up. You working so hard to invest in yourself. And then you energetically connected to these people who owe. These are people that did bad things. They stole from people. They sit there and mentally manipulate people in order to get monetarily abundant. These are people who put morals to the side over monetary gain. These are people that, again, are willing to do whatever they can do to get away with certain things. You're going to get deducted as long as you're with them, baby. You understand? If they ain't got it and you do, they're going to take it from you. God's going to get it from you because you extended yourself to this individual. So be cautious. Some of y'all feel like you broke right now, and it's not even you. It's that person you connected to. They feel like they don't have enough because they try to keep up with other individuals. So now that projection's on you because you feel like you don't have enough to do what you want to do, and God made sure that your bills got paid. So if God sat there and made sure that you made it from not having a place to stay, so now you complaining because you have a place to stay and you have to pay to stay in that place. How does that sound? When you already got your wish granted, when you sat there and said that you wanted to be in a certain circumstance then, right? You said that you wanted a house. So you may not have been specific. You may have just been willing to settle for anything. Or again, you went with what God provided you, and guess what? He was going to add on to it. So, chosen ones, you are the manifester. You put the request in. If you keep talking about what you don't want, that's like going to a place and ordering certain things. And again, you only telling them what you don't want, so now they're getting confused on what you want on your shit then, right? So, if you go up to the little speaker and you keep saying, oh, you want a burger, but I don't want no onions on it, they're gonna be like, okay, cut that shit out. What do you want? Let's start there. How J-Man said, let's start there. What do you want? So if you go into God talking about all the things that you don't want, all he's hearing is those things, right? So therefore, he's going to start preparing them for you. Then when you sit there and get them, you're going to have your face poked out like this ain't what I asked for. Well, you wasn't specific enough. You was out here just calling out all of these things randomly. You ain't even have no strategy to them. You ain't even know why you wanted the things that you thought that you wanted at that time. It was projections. Now you starting to realize it, right? So I want you to think, chosen ones, God don't want to hear what you don't want, because all he's going to hear is what you're saying, and that's what he's going to manifest. Then you gotta realize there's 1 million people praying right now, 1 billion people praying right now. So he's going to hear what you're saying, and he's going to be like, damn, so-and-so keeps talking about that, so-and-so keeps bringing it up, that must be what they want. Then think about how this person keeps talking about the other person, like, oh, so-and-so ain't this or so-and-so ain't that. Did you see what so-and-so posted? Other people going to be like, you must really like so-and-so. Then you keep sitting there talking about him, you keep watching him, you keep lurking him, you keep going towards him, so you must really like them, and you try sitting there hiding it. So the same pertaining to you. Don't say what you don't want. Say about what you do want, right? I want you to think about the things that you want to manifest. Then when you get to that window, that's your prayer, right? That's that time where you're talking to God one-on-one. Sometimes speak intuitively. You ain't got to speak out loud so other people can hear it, right? So that's you. Say what you want, baby, and God going to grant it for you as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do. You can't ask for love if you're not being loved. That's not how that's going to work out, right? You can't ask for love and not want to be loved. You have to be what you want to receive. So you can't sit there and say, oh, well, you want your business to boom, but you're not even focused on your business, nor do you believe in you. You allowing people to stop you, distract you, certain people that have you doubting you. No, you can't ask for your business to be booming and you talking about you're exhausted. That doesn't add up. You need to get your rest in. You need to ask God and pray for rejuvenation so that you have enough energy for your business to be booming. You're going to have to think about the right orders, because I know what you say that you want. I understand that, but you have to think about the steps to that. If you're asking for love, don't you think that you need to be willing to or know how to receive love? You're so used to giving it, but you're not used to being on the opposite end of reciprocating it or receiving it, right? Maybe we should start there so that when your partner comes, the person who's going to love you, your kingdom spouse, you're not going to ruin it because you're going against yourself based upon somebody else or what you went through with them. So let's talk about smart steps. I want you to realize when you're sitting there trying to pray for certain things too, are you personally prepared for the things that you are praying to come through? Some of you have to realize, again, you want to be a wife, you say you want a husband, you say you want to be a husband, you want a wife, whatever the case may be, but you're not sitting there acting like one now. You still chasing after certain Jezebel spirits. You still trying to get the attention of other people who, again, just because they have recognition doesn't mean that that's your person. You got to recognize that. Some of you feel like just because this person has attention or gets no, you're going to know your divine partner because they're not going to choose you when nobody else wants them. They're going to choose you when everybody else is trying to choose them. They're going to want you when everybody else wants them. Some of you have been dealing with the same person for many years, in and out energy. All of a sudden, now that they're getting older, now before they was sleeping with all these people, now all of a sudden they shit stopped working. They shit ain't like it used to be. Now they ain't feeling like they once was feeling. Now guess what? Now they gonna want to sit there and come to you. They sat there and used the best years of their life, so they thought, to run after other individuals. They spent the best years of their life, so they thought, doing other things that didn't include you. So now God made sure that your second part of your life is the best life for you, and these individuals aren't going to be able to enjoy it with you. You understand me? So again, God is having certain things play out and it's divinely happening for a reason. So again, chosen ones, you be cautious, because there's certain people that they try to your whole prime, so you thought, because they always say like your early 20s and oh, that's the time of your life. Not really, because you're trying to find yourself. You're still at that point in time trying to remove projection from everybody else. You're starting to, at that point in time, actually identify yourself, because for up until that point, you was living for everybody else. Everybody was telling you to do this. Everybody was telling you to do that. You was trying to live to everybody else's blueprint, but not live for the blueprint for yourself. So no. This time, I don't care if you 55, I don't care if you 65. You've been in that relationship for 30 years and it's been toxic. Are you going to spend 30 more years with that person just because you've been there so far? Or are you going to stand up and finally get something that you deserve? Because guess what? However state that you are in, when you pass away from this lifetime and go to the next realm is where it's going to begin again. You understand me? So why not disconnect from the karmic person because you don't want to pick up with that karmic person in your next lifetime? Why not sit there and stand up for yourself and disconnect from certain people that you're not supposed to be around? Because some of you feel like or hold these family members on a pedestal too, but you have to realize family's not always who you come from. It's often who you're led to. You understand me? God sometimes just has you be born into that family to break them from the cycle that they was going through. So your mother was chasing love through different lovers. She didn't have a mother or father that showed love to her. She gave birth to love then, which was you. But at that point in time, she wasn't ready to receive it. So look how she did you. You gave her opportunity. This is it, chosen ones. You have to realize that sometimes you were their past, even pertaining to people that you have children with. You have to realize when you're chosen, no matter who you have children with, those babies is chosen too. So when you're a divine feminine or divine masculine, you're only giving birth to ancestors. So think about who you're providing blessings to. If this a family line of theirs comes from a long list of ain't shit ass individuals, their father wasn't shit, their mother wasn't shit, their brother wasn't shit, they ain't about shit, they don't want to be shit. If these are people that are toxic, why would you bless them with as far as the ancestor did? Like, when I tell you that, chosen ones, your children got certain gifts. No matter how much they try to stop it, you still going to give birth to them. You have some mighty, mighty people that you're giving birth to. So even pertaining to your child, your children have gifts too. You understand me? Now, if you was in your karmic energy and you stay in your karmic energy, then your children are going to be your karma, because they're going to act like your child's mother or father. They're going to, if you sat there and dated a female and she used you for finances, then when you have a child with that female, that child is only going to see you for finances too, until you break that cycle and make sure that they love you for you, not just based upon what you have provided them, correct? So again, chosen ones, I want you to realize that there's a reason for everything that's happening right now, but you're going to have to know which energy is yours and what is being projected. Now, I will also say this, some of you, if you're wondering who's projecting on you and it's somebody close to you, let me give you this example. I want you to think about what you're feeling right there. So if you start to feel sad, or you start to think about, oh, I missed this, or you missed that, think about what you're feeling at that time. And you're like, where did it come from? Where it just came out of nowhere. Then all of a sudden, be aware. Watch people around you. Listen to them too. If they start saying certain similar things that you're currently going through, these are the people that's projecting on you. So it's based upon either they look at you for the solution for every other problem. So anytime they go through something, they talking about or thinking about reaching out to you. So now you start to feel what they feeling because they extended themselves to you, right? You invited them in your energy. So now anytime that this is what you say, anytime you need me, or anytime this, or you always are sitting there jumping to their assistance, right? So now you're feeling what they feeling. So again, they had a heartbreak. Now you feeling like you heartbroken and your ass been single for a few years. How can that be you? You're sitting there feeling like somebody had a baby on you. How can that be you when you're not even connected to an individual? It's who's projecting upon you. Sometimes it's friends, but sometimes it's people that are connected to people that you used to be connected with. So these are partners or people that you used to pursue that they got with another individual. Now that individual was jealous of you. Now that person is feeling threatened by you, so they're projecting certain energy on you. So they scared that person's going to leave them. They're scared that person's going to deceive them. So now you start to feel that as well. That's not you. That's they demon. Shake that shit off. You understand me? You have to remember what side of the karmic cycle that you're on. If you know that you did what God asked you to do, if you know that you've been doing right by individuals, then why do you feel, or why are you claiming negativity? Everything that's happening for you or to you is happening on behalf of you. You may not see it, but again, be patient, chosen ones. This is a location that you've never been to. You understand me? So again, be patient. Now, also, in order to see, and I'm out in the elements, so you see me looking to the side. I'm sorry, I seen a hummingbird. It's beautiful out here. Get out in the elements, all right? But let me say this, chosen ones. There's some of you that, in order for you to know who's attacking you, pay attention to you. So when I say this, think about, say you know how you do. You know how you talk, right? And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, your ass start talking like Daffy Duck. Your ass starts slurring, stuttering, doing all of these things, right? It's the person that's projecting on you. Now you talking like that individual. You understand me? You wondering why you talking with your tongue and shit, why you talking, and this is happening. It's because of them. It's sometimes you'll actually start to act like the person who's projecting in your energy, right? So you'll talk like them, like, yo, why the fuck I keep saying that? I don't never say that. It's projections. That's how you can maintain. There's some of you chosen ones that you sat there and for some of you, all of a sudden, you out here standing up looking like NBA Youngboy. You got your knees all knocked. You all doing certain poses and shit. That's the person projecting on you. If you start walking, all of a sudden, you got a mean-ass bop, and you know that you don't usually walk like that, that's the projection. So, therefore, know that that's who it is. If all of a sudden, you sitting there, your arm looking like Shorty off the Yin Yang Twins, no disrespect, but you keep holding your hand like that, that's somebody that's projecting into you. So, you can see who it is. So, now, you got to look away. You got to look for anybody whose knees is knocking, like, Now you want to all of a sudden you start slurring. You start thinking about anybody who's talking like Daffy Duck. Like, who the fuck? Is it Pastor? Is it Pastor Troy? Who is out here? Wait a minute. You sitting there thinking it's because of them. Again, you start walking. All of a sudden your knees start walking and knocking and shit. look at it. Whoever's out this motherfucker not need, that's where you start at. You understand me? I'm trying to tell you, chosen one. Jokes aside, for real. You'll actually start to show as far as characteristics of the person who's projecting on you, because they're wanting to put themselves in your shoes. They're thinking that you have it all together. They wanting what you got, right? They want your views. So you start to see what they got going on too. Like, motherfucker, you gonna have to take that walk back. You gonna have to take, you have to take that talk back. The devil is alive. I'm trying to tell you. You start acting like them. All of a sudden, baby, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, Miss Margaret, I think you projecting shit. She over there keep acting like she's singing when she's cooking. I ain't never heard those words in my life. I think something ain't right. They over here. She keep all the time, when she cooking for you, she won't be whispering the shit to the food. Talk about mama save on my side, mama. That sound like a chant to me, motherfucker. What's going on over there? Huh? What you doing over there? Nope, you ain't cooking out no more damn meals over here. I'm trying to tell you. Some of these people, you guys don't realize how common it is for people to energetically attack you. Like, mentally, spiritually attack you. That's why I told you, I'm gonna make sure that you up on it, baby, because this is the end of an evil era. You heard me? So we gonna bring that to the attention. You heard me? All of a sudden, I ain't even gonna get into that, but Miss Margaret and them know what they do. They know that they projecting energy on you, so F them. But you're going to have to make sure, chosen ones, that you're protected. So I want you to realize this. Some of you wait till bad experiences start happening for you to finally want to protect yourself in a sense, right? So all of a sudden you wait for something to happen for you to start wearing your seatbelt. Or you wait for this to start happening for you to do that. Why do you wait till you see people energetically or spiritually attacking you to start praying up on you? Sometimes you have to realize that your prayers are preventative. Right? So think about vitamins. Yes, you could start to take your vitamins when you already got the cold or flu, when you already got symptoms pertaining to it too, or you could take your vitamins to prevent it from even happening to you, right? Okay, stay with me. The same pertaining to prayers. All you have to say daily, and I mean when you wake up, in the middle of the day, just like you quoting certain songs, you better quote this as well. I am protected from all projections. I am protected from all negative projections. I am protected from anybody, mind, body, and soul that's trying to attack me. I am protected, mind, body, and soul from any projection. So on and so forth. You make sure that you make it clear that you're protected. That's like taking that vitamin, right? That's like making sure, again, you prayed up, you protected, so that if you even come in contact with somebody who has some so-so energy to them, or has that cough, or has a little sense of illusion, that shit ain't rubbing off on you, because you got it clear in your system. You protected, right? So not only you, chosen ones, you have to pray this over your children too. You have to pray it over your pets and your spouses too. You understand me? Because if they're trying to energetically attack you, they're going to energetically attack anything that's connected to you. So if that partner is acting like a karmic and you're around that partner, then although you're in your light, you're around darkness, so that darkness can still get to you because you stepped in the dark to be with that individual. They ain't stepping into the light. You stepped into the darkness to be with them. You understand me? So stay protected. Pray on behalf of your children, because if they want to have you react, or if they want to get to you or have you distracted, they'll try to pray for your children to act the ass. They'll try to pray for your children to be disrespectful. They'll try to pray for certain things to happen to them. So you stay prayed up. You make sure that you include who you want to be protected to, or who you extend yourself to. Make sure that they protected with the prayers that you praying over you too, your spouse. They're going to, again, they could love you, but if they're close to the dark or around dark ass individuals, no matter how much they love you, they'll fall victim to certain Jezebel spirits and they'll cheat on you. That's why, again, chosen ones, once you see somebody break it off with them. Once you see that they can't stick to the mission, and you see some so-so shit, so they giving other people attention, break it off with them. I know what you're feeling like. Oh, nah, that was just a little test. No, because if that was a siren, which a lot of these people are, energetic sirens, the sirens ain't just some damn mermaids out in the water. There's walking sirens too. There's people who have siren energy. So they'll come appear like everything that you want. They'll talk or sound like everything that you want. But as you get too close to them, you're going to realize that they was attacking you, and you may not be able to escape unscathed like you would had you not got close to that individual. So some of your partners are going to be tried with certain sirens. So this means, again, you got protection over them. You speak life into them. But if they decide to step into their lustful energy, that means that they removing that protection and they taking off their bulletproof vest, or they taking off that surrounding energy that was protecting them. So they fell for a siren. You cannot sit there and take them back after that. And some of you feel like, oh, forgive and forgive. No, baby. Because if they cheated on you once, they'll cheat on you again. And God is showing you that you don't need to be connected to them, because when it's really going to mean it, they're going to actually do something that'll put you at risk to take away everything that you have. You understand me? So again, I understand you like, oh, well, everybody makes mistakes. That could have been deadly. Think about this. Some of you were talking about, oh, about the zombie apocalypse. We've been going through the zombie apocalypse. Think about what a zombie is. Somebody who's dead already, no soul, and tried to attack people that they come in contact with. So some of you been in contact with demons. Some of you sat there and been protecting you, but the people that you're connected to are connecting to people that could put you at risk. So think about this. Just like a zombie apocalypse, before somebody comes in, you're going to fully check them to see if they've been bit. Like, nah, let me see. Let me see this. You want to look for any signs of bleeding, trauma, or change, right? So some of these people, chosen ones, they're going to come towards you and act like, no, they've been saved. They're going to act like they've been protected like you. They're going to act like they ain't going through nothing that they're going through. You got to intuitively inspect them. You're going to have to look all over them, look through the crevices. You're going to have to truly inspect, because if not, you're going to put everybody else at risk too. These are people that in due time, they're going to change and show you their truth. And guess what? Everybody that's around you is going to get attacked too. So you're going to have to be spiritually protected. You have to use your intuition. It doesn't matter what they showing you. It's what you're intuitively feeling while you with them. Does it feel like they real, or does it sound good? You understand me? Pay attention, because people will break their character, and you starting to see that. You understand me? Those veils is getting lifted. I told you, chosen one, these storms don't mean the same thing for them as it means to us. See, and we could talk about this right now, certain storms that's been going across the U.S. See, we already said, one, there's a spiritual storm. You understand? So outside of them messing with the weather and certain things coming back, or them at war, we've been at war with certain locations. They've been throwing storms back and forth. You got to realize that the U.S. been creating storms to send to other countries, but other countries been doing it too. Some countries are getting attacked spiritually based upon what they was doing. So if they was doing black magic, God is going to have Mother Nature, which is his lover, create issues for them. You understand me? So I always say this. God, for me, is a masculine. Mother Nature is his wife. Mother Nature is his woman. So therefore, again, they're going to work together to make certain things happen. Now, hear me out. Chosen ones. Spiritual storms that's currently going through, right? I already been warning y'all for years about Texas. And now I do hear that Texas has certain storms, just like other areas too. Because Florida had storms as well. Carolinas, Georgia, whatever. But Texas is having a spiritual war right now, right? One, there's a lot of Texas is equivalent to Hollywood. Now, hear me out, because some of you are getting called to move to that location, and that's God moving you to that location. It's because you're there to raise the vibrations. A lot of the evil is getting cleared out. You understand me? So you in Texas, protect your energy. Make sure you're praying for projections, because there's a lot of shit in the air right now. And if you go out there, you're going to feel it. You understand me? So it's almost like everything's getting whipped around. So you got to make sure that you're reaching out at the right time. If not, you're going to bring yourself down, right? But spiritually, Texas has a lot of debt to pay for trafficking that you guys will hear about, even pertaining to them letting certain people in. It's not for good intentions. It's because they're trafficking them. There's certain people that's getting harvest. There's certain people that they child or children was taken away and were given to certain people. You're going to realize Hollywood and Texas is connected. But again, this is not to discourage you or those of you who God has been guiding you to move to that location. It's happening because they're clearing out the evil. The evil is getting cleared out one by one. Texas is not going to try to make it front and center that certain things is happening, right? They got evil. They got certain debts to pay. But just know, chosen one, if God is calling you to that location, that's why you're going through certain training now at the spot that you're at. Because you got to be able to maintain your energy no matter where chaos is at, right? So you got to be able to maintain your peace even in the middle of chaos. And that's why you're getting a certain test. I told you, unfortunately, I know a lot of people has been asking me to do my shows in Texas, but Texas and Tennessee are two locations that energetically I am not allowed to go to until I get God's go ahead. That's almost like they got a bounty on a lot of higher great energy. You understand? I'm talking about some of you too. Some of you are getting called there as hidden generators in a sense to bring up the light. So again, if I spoke to you and I told you that's where God is guiding you, this is not for you. That's why you're getting guided there, because you're going to be the change. You're going to be the difference. Your vibration has a big change and it's going to put a big dent in a lot of this evil shit. All right. So don't feel like it. But Texas is like Hollywood. A lot of stuff in darkness that was placed in the light is going to, a lot of things that was in the dark is not going to get placed to the light, and God is going to clear it out. So just know, Texas, you got some shit that's coming or that's there, but it's to clear out, all right? As far as Florida, you do too. As far as Chicago, we already said a lot of Chicago is based upon, we're going to talk about spells. Now, I'm going to be honest. The U.S. is under a spell, right? So anybody that's in the U.S. had and didn't change their way of thinking, didn't raise their vibration, I want you to realize it's almost like a bubble, right? You know, a bubble that you can't break through. It's almost like a bubble over the U.S., right? Energetically. So it's almost keeping your powers away. It's keeping you from understanding certain things. This is a spell that was placed upon this place because this place took from a lot of people, right? But hear me out. This is not to downgrade it, but this is to let you know, right? So for the U.S., a lot of your finances is because they put worth in finances. They was willing to kill, steal, do all of these things for monetary gain. So unfortunately, the U.S. people and population had to go, you understand, have to go through what the people who try to create this did, right? So it's a karmic debt to pay. But hear me out, right? Chosen ones, Chicago, you have been living outside of your means. There's people that, again, now we're going to get to Chicago first. Chicago, a lot of fraud that's been done. Karma and consequences is coming in. So if you sat there and put in your worth in material things, if you've been out here scamming, robbing, stealing, or living a life that's not really right for you, so that means that you barely able to keep up with certain car payments because you want to ride that foreigner. You are unable to keep up this part of the rent because you wanted to seem like you had it when you didn't. You understand? Just to compete with somebody else who didn't have it like that and they was frauding off of somebody. There's karma coming. You're going to have to be humble. God is going to make it so that you start to live within your means. It's not no more where you trying to keep up with this person. You trying to act like you had it like that. You trying to wear it on. No. So Chicago, you have a lot of fraud that's going to get exposed. You understand me? So, and again, you could say so-and-so got away with it. If you are not in your purpose, if you didn't have good as far as worth ethic, spiritually and mentally, you're not going to get away with these things. There's some people that will get a pop on the wrist. Their main reason why they're going to get in trouble is the attention that they get for the shit that they did. So this is like publicly getting humiliated. There's certain people that's going to be their karma, and that's it. The federales ain't going to be on their ass. You're going to be wondering why they got away with it. They ain't have to tell nothing. Now, some of them are telling. Some of them won't have to tell. It's just because they did that for somebody else. That's really wasn't their soul, but they did that, and God's giving them an opportunity because they got a bigger mission. That's not necessarily you, so watch that shit. So certain people, okay, that's what I was going to say. Some people feel like they got immunity. Some people did, but other people, you wasn't living right like that person. That person had a good heart. That person, for all their lifetimes, they sat there and put themselves to the side for other people. This was one mistake that they made, and they getting clear for now. If they was to do that shit again, God's going to make sure that they pay and got to do all that time that's over their head. Think about that, right? Now, so Chicago, Atlanta, you too. A lot of people in Georgia right now, there's certain diseases that you're going to start to see. Why? Because you were living outside of your means. You was one freaking. A lot of people was out here freaking for finances. A lot of people that you felt like they was business mobiles and they was about their business, they was sleeping with people to get it. These are people that a lot of these individuals, no disrespect if you have it, but a lot of these people will be getting HIV and herpes. You understand me? So this is not to scare you. This is to tell you to be cautious of who you connected to. So if you extend yourself at this point in time, there's a risk that you will be getting something serious sexually that you can't get away rid of. Okay, so, and this is not the downplay because they say, oh, these type of people there, these type of people. No, so this ain't just for the gays, as people like to say. No, this is for the straight individuals too. If you was out here operating out of lust and that Jezebel spirit, you have certain karma coming to you. So whoever was out there sleeping and freaking for finances, you may have come in contact with something that you're going to realize in a little bit. It's going to start to show. So you could feel like, oh, you just got a test done. Give it another 3 to 6 months and you might want to take that test again, especially if you was out here with people doing things for monetary gain. I'm telling you, somebody's sick and you're going to be passing it around and that's going to come back on you. There's also something that you're going to give to somebody and they're going to take the might of you. So you might want to cut that shit out. You understand me? So just got to say that. Hollywood, we already said trafficking, evil, God is clearing out. So the people who their gifts or their skills were restricted. So how the devil, this is a bigger story. Let me say this. There's certain people in Hollywood that have those positions, and their positions is based upon the fact that they was perpetrating. They was actually living their life like somebody else's that they seen. So a lot of them took your information, took your skills, took your clothes, took your music, took whatever the case may be, and they took it as their own to gain popularity. I want you to realize, chosen one, that God is removing all the evil from Hollywood, and the people who rightfully own that position and that are going to actually have positive things come into fruition for other people, they're going to now be in that position. So all of you musicians that was getting looked over, I'm telling you, people are about to start bringing you to the forefront. You're now about to get the acknowledgement that you deserve. It's different. You wasn't doing things for fame. That's why God is going to make you well known. You sat there and was doing what you do because that was in your purpose. That was the line. That was what you were called to do. Now God says, nah, so-and-so been doing what I asked them to do. Now they about to be front in line. So you have a lot of attention that you're about to start getting. You understand me? This, I'm telling you, these are going to be the days of your lives. You understand me? The most, think about what you want. I'm telling you, some of you don't even realize you about to be in big parties. You about to be amongst certain people that try to play you. So there's certain celebrities that wanted you to sell yourself out. You're going to be in the same room with these individuals, but you ain't do what they did to get there. And that's going to be clear. You being in that same place is a reminder of what they should have did in the first place, but they didn't. So the fact that you ain't sell your soul, you ain't have to go to no Diddy party in order to sit there and get events. You ain't have to drink after certain people or get filmed doing certain nasty shit. You ain't have to sell your soul. You ain't have to shake no ass to get attention. You ain't have to sell yourself short. Guess what? Like they did. Now you're going to be in the same room as them, and you're going to be a reminder because and half of them are going to walk out when they see you, because some people were stealing from you, taking from you, lying on you, projecting on you. Some of you didn't have the opportunities come through because these people were talking to so-and-so about you to try to, oh, you owe me a favor, can you try to keep this person from? Because if you get popularity, then people are going to know where their most known work came from. There's certain people that didn't want you to be front and center because people will realize why you wasn't getting the attention. They gonna realize it, right? So some of you, music, I'm telling you, you about to get recognized. Clothing, baby, you about to get recognized. And don't compare yourself with nobody else, because nobody do it like you. They can have the same clothes as you, but it's the spirit, it's the soul behind it that's going to have people gravitating towards you. The fact that you are creative, you understand me? They out here taking everybody else's design, redoing it and putting their name on it. Nah, you are a visionary. You see things way before other people see it. Certain things and styles that people are wearing right now is the same shit that they used to laugh at you about. But you a trendsetter, baby. You are a spiritual trendsetter. So therefore, no matter what stage or phase that you in, people are going to look up to you and try to implement it. But you got to realize you one-on-one. You remember that shit. You hear me? So again, know that you're finally getting recognition. If you really been passionate about your position, you've been in your purpose, and you didn't have profit coming in at that time, I'm telling you, baby, it's a whole change. It's a whole new world. I have to keep saying that. You have to realize that you are entering the best days of your life. So see it through. Where do you see yourself? See it through. Don't let people project on you because they don't see themselves doing it, and they don't, because God didn't give them that vision. So they can't accomplish the things that you're doing. You understand me? So, chosen ones, be out of your lustful energy. This is not the time to be sleeping around with certain individuals. Because if you sleep with them, that's you extending yourself to them, and now you wondering why your shit's getting blocked because of them. All it's going to take is one person at the wrong time to try to have all of the things that you worked hard for not come in. So you got to pay attention. Certain people, even if you did have lustful energy that you used to go back in and out with, or you're now not even going to feel the urge. Masculines, if you're used to caving in to somebody flashing a little ass of this, I'm telling you right now, your shit's not going to work. God is going to make sure that you're not missing out on this new shipment that's coming in. So masculines, you sit there and try to use your lustful energy. You used to getting persuaded to sleep around and give yourself up. I'm telling you, your shit's not about to be working. As soon as you get in that moment, you're going to be talking to him like, what the fuck's going on? Nope. He's not saluting to shit. He's not saluting to no so-so energy, so therefore you're going to be upset and you're going to get embarrassed. I'm going to say that. You're going to get embarrassed. But that wasn't somebody that you was supposed to be with anyway. So God was like, nope, you don't even show him what you can do. Nope. Yes, flatline. Dude, your little shit. You out here trying to talk to it. Nope. Your shit's on noodle, sir. And it's going to be like that because you not supposed to be sleeping around. Sure there. For the females. You out here popping and dropping and locking and all of that shit. Well, now your shit got a little something going on. Your Susie will turn around start beatboxing out this shit. Nobody beats the bit. Your shit's out here. Your shit done turned to a cold commercial. Sneezing, wheezing, leaking, coughing, screaming. All because you thought that you was about to be popping. You was excited, huh? You was out there excited. You just knew when you was on your way. Now all of a sudden you got your cycle. Your cycle done came on early. Now all of a sudden again, your shit, you done sat there and flopped down and got a little whiff of fish. Now you smell like a fish plate and don't know where it came from. You like, what the fuck? I know I ain't. Yup, that pH got messed off and it was up from the divine. The divine knew what he was doing when he had you washing at that time. You tried to do a little quick wash up. Yo, and guess what? You was not going to, the mission was going to be incomplete. So now you upset. But that's what was supposed to happen. Oh, you thought that you about to have some nasty time? Now so-and-so said they ain't watching your children. You surprise on you, motherfucker. God's not about to have you trick yourself out of your position. Like, you not about to mess with, my aunt used to call them DDDs, triple Ds. Dirty dick dude. No disrespect, but that's what she used to call them. But, you not taking these risks. Not at all. And fellas, you're not taking the risk for yours too. Because if you sleep with that individual, then that means that your divine feminine can't get presented to you. Because we can sense people in our energy. You understand me? So it's almost like, again, I say that divine individuals is almost like a cat. You know how when we in the cut, you really don't know if we there unless we make a move or we want you to. Half the time, you don't even realize that we on your ass until we up close and personal. Lastly, again, it's little sneak attacks that come with it, but chosen one. Certain, and when I say sneak attacks, it's because certain people projecting energy and they don't even realize you protected. Your people, I tell you that we got, my ancestors is like Mad Max. Mad Max is. If y'all know Shadows, baby, Mad Max was the best friend. He went to war. Nobody played with him. See, the difference is our ancestors already done passed away so that they ain't got to go through it again. They made sure. So our ancestors is like Mad Maxes, but Mad Maxes that can't tap out. Like Mad Maxes that'll never go down again. You understand me? These is almost like some real hitters. So just to make that clear, but God's not having you mess up or ruin your opportunities. So, fellas, you're going to be around females that are in your face and you're not even going to feel the same because you're going to be thinking about so-and-so. You know, any other time you want to have fun, be drinking and shit, now you don't even drink. Now you put the cup down. Now you thinking about so-and-so. Some of these fellas who didn't even meet you, divine feminines, they thinking about you, and God's like, why are you out here parlaying with these females and that's not your divine boo? When you know that your goddess is at home right now manifesting certain things for you, why would you put yourself at risk with certain people that can get you hit when this divine feminine or masculine is going to make sure that you well protected and respected? You understand me? So God is going to speak through to them that you're not even going to feel like doing what you used to do, or not going to allow certain things to ruin the opportunity for you. So if you usually operate out of a sexual energy, you're not even going to be feeling it no more. You're not. You're like, it is what it is. You understand me? You're not going to be. Females and masculines, y'all been celibate. We've been celibate for a minute. Don't you ruin it at the last minute. The person that you're supposed to be actually giving yourself sexually to is about to get presented to you. You understand me? So then you could go release whatever you need to release, but don't do it to these so-so ass individuals. Do not give them this blessing, this recognition, this energy that you're supposed to bless with. This is your divine partner's reward. Just like they're going to be your reward too. So I told you, be patient, because y'all shit's about to be popping. You understand certain things, but you wait. You give it to the right person. So we've been celibate for a few. I can speak on my behalf on my side. I've been celibate for a few years. A lot of you too. And when I say few, I ain't talking about 2 or 3. Various, right? So why would you give that energy that you collected, that power that you collected, to a so-so ass individual? Why would you reward them for bad behavior? You are your divine partnership's reward. Remember that, right? So that's why you got to make sure that you properly prepared for them. You hear me? So that means making sure that you are properly prepared for these prayers too, that position that you about to be in with this individual. You got to make sure that your confidence is up. You got to make sure that you are worthy for what you're receiving. So you're not sitting there ruining it because you're scared that this other person is deceiving or this person's going to get the... No, your divine masculine or feminine is only going to have eyes for you. You hear me? So no matter if you in some sweats and somebody best dressed, they going to choose you over that individual. It's that soul level. People are seeing clearly now. People are taking those illusions off and they starting to see people for what they are. You understand me? So, baby, you are somebody's prayer right now. God needs you to be you so that that person can receive you. You are their reward. You understand me? They've been praying to cross paths with somebody that's a lover, somebody that's a protector, somebody who speaks life into themselves and others too, somebody who's a beam of light and fire something positive, anything that they going through, somebody that speaks. I'm trying to tell you, they've been waiting for you, and now you're about to arrive. So some of you chosen ones, I'm telling you right now, your divine partner is about to arrive anytime. With that person comes a position. So you're going to see a lot of abundance that comes with them. God wants to see, are you going to choose love over lust? Are you going to choose your morals over monetary gain? Are you going to choose your path and your purpose over profit? As soon as you show God that you're willing to do that, you're good. I promise you. So your abundance is coming in. It's not an issue. Finances is not an issue. I know what you're trying to think because you're thinking about what you see in front of you. You thinking small, baby. You about to have it all. So what do you want? Put your order in. What do you want? Not what do you not want. What do you want? Think about you going to a speaker in a drive-thru. It's easier to tell them what you want on the burger rather than what you don't want, right? Because it's going to cause confusion. Now you complaining because you got to wait and you was being patient, so you thought, and you still can't eat. So no, be patient, baby, okay? A lot of your seeds are starting to bloom. You're seeing small signs. So the same way that you see them little leaves start to poke through your soil, that's the same thing pertaining to you. You're going to see small signs that everything's aligning. People are noticing you. I don't know if you lift your head up and you noticing it, but people are noticing you. People are starting to be attracted to you. People are showing interest in you, old and young. So these are people that's older than you that's starting to acknowledge you. These are people that's around your age. When I say young, I mean as far as around your age, not no weird shit. You understand me? No. But chosen ones, you got older masculines and older feminines that's showing your getting your attention. Younger ones that's around your age that's starting to... No, some of you may actually have younger that's like a few years younger than you that's acknowledging you too, but you not noticing it. Put your head up. People are seeing you. How shorty say on Waiting to Exhale, oh, I hope they not watching me walk away. They are. Okay, people are watching you as you walking up, and they're going to watch you as you leave too. You understand me? You are getting watched. So I hope you looking up to see who's seeing you. This is the season to take invites. God is going to have people that's going to extend offers to you. So some of you are being patient right now because some people are trying to close up certain loose ends. It could be work related that they want to do before they move in. But I'm telling you right now, a lot of you going to be taking trips, a lot of flights to certain places that your partner is. A lot of you don't realize that you're moving. You're waiting to move and wondering why the places ain't getting presented to you because you're about to move to a whole nother city or state. You understand me? So just know, chosen ones, some people are relocating. Some of your divine partners are going to relocate towards you, but some of you are going to have to take that risk and relocate to this individual. Are you going to be scared? Yes, but you're not scary. You sat there and took risks with some so-so shit. You were sleeping with so-and-so knowing that they were sleeping with other people. You sat there and was seeing so-so knowing that they were seeing other people. You took risks for other things, so Don't tell me why you can't take a risk on you, especially when God and the divine and the universe, everything is co-signing you. You understand me? You're going to see signs and synchronicities. Everything is aligning. So take that risk. You hear me? Take that risk. This is not the time to be scared. So if that person is showing you love, you're intuitively checking them off too, I'm telling you, allow that person to love you. Some of y'all gonna be in the most lovey-dovey relationship. Again, you may not be public initially because you want to protect it. You just want to make sure that you locked in before you let other individuals in. I understand that. It's a difference. They're not gonna hide you because everybody that's close to them are going to see you when you with this individual. It's just you may not post publicly online until you have something established with them. And to be honest, a lot of you will be eloping quick. A lot of you will be getting married way before you actually have a reception and that full wedding. It's just because they like, nah, I see this, you my wife. I see that you my husband. We gonna lock in and we gonna figure everything else out. So you could live in this state, they could live in that state, and y'all marry each other, and you might have to go back to your place, but y'all putting things together. I'm telling you. So do not think that it's going to come a certain type of way. A lot of you feel like you about to be married before you had this spiritual baby come through. Not true. It's gonna be out of your order. How may say out of order? Like y'all gonna be out of order. But everything's going to happen. You're going to have this baby, this seed that gets planted. You're going to have this marriage. You understand me? And then you'll be able to celebrate at a later date. You'll be able to have a reception at a later date. But I'm telling you. So you got job positions coming through for the locations. Be excited. You hear me? Be excited. Do not sit there and downplay. Do not allow certain people to project energy on you. Just because they don't see it doesn't mean that you don't need to see it through for you. You understand me? So speak life into you chosen ones. Claim it. That's all the enemy is trying to do right now is keep you sitting there thinking or expecting the worst. No. You damn near got to be in a daydream trance right now, excuse me. So I want you to think about this. Think about dreams. Really think about a dream that you have. Daydream. That's how you're manifesting right now. Literally anything that you want is getting presented at that time, chosen one. That's why the enemy's trying to throw you off. Please do not allow them to do so, okay? Just know that everything is presenting or aligning for you. So be in a dream state. You hear me? So that's when you start speaking. I see myself married and in love. I see myself, my business prospering. You have to see it for you to see it through, right? For you to receive it, you got to see it. So what they're seeking is what you're speaking, and that's what they start to speak. So you spoke life all onto them. Speak life unto you. You got, I'm telling you, daydream. Some of you, how you daydream? Just think about something, okay? What do you want? Your love, okay? If God already spoke to you and told you how you're going to meet this individual, for those who came to me, you know I got you. I tell you that, just so that you don't ruin your opportunity when it gets presented. Thank you, baby. So, you know, if you unclear certain things you got to work on or clear off of you before this individual comes, I got you. Even if it's before the individual comes or the business, because there's some of you that God is going to have you remove yourself from your family before this person in this position gets presented, right? It's because your family didn't had you miss out on a lot. The family didn't had you put yourself down. The family didn't sat there and took advantage of you. So God is like, nah, they too caught up and wrapped up in you. Get away from them before I give this to you, right? So think about my last example. Think about when you had children and you bought new toys for them and the neighborhood kids messed it up. Or you gave them money and they sat there and spent all this money on ice cream for everybody else. And those friends wasn't even friends of them. They just wanted in on what they had, right? So then at the end, the ice cream's gone. They left them and now your child had nothing. That's how God encouraged you too. Like, nah, you're not going to keep giving this finances to so-and-so who don't even really rock with you, who's been talking about you. No, you're not about to keep giving rides to this mother figure who feels like she can sit there and has an entitlement over you. God is going to make sure that you're not around the people who's projecting the most. The people who talk the most is not going to be as close. God's going to get them clear, right? So realize that, chosen ones, right now, things are getting revealed about you and other individuals close to you. God's removing it because when this person comes through, I'm trying to tell you, God's going to bless the both of you. So their business is going to boom. Your business is going to boom too, all because you're aligned with them. Okay? So I want me make sure. Okay, we good? Okay. Now, I see some of you who are extending yourself to your parents. Now, this is not for me to tell you what to do, but I'm going to be honest with you because Again, you come to me, I keep that shit real. Some of you are, your mother's sick, your father's sick, they going through certain things. Okay, that's unfortunate for them. There's no disrespect to them. But some of these parents were the same person who kept you sick in your head, kept you suppressed, kept you stressed, have you limited now. And now that they evil, has physically started to manifest on them. So I want you to realize some of your parents who restricted you, talk shit about you, was out here living demonic, was out here deceiving you, all of these things, right? Their evil is going to show up on them physically. And that's their health is going to decline. And then you, somebody who took your whole life sitting there living for them, your whole life you've been stressed about things that they said or did. Your whole life you've been sitting there putting yourself on this back burner for them. You going to sit there and do it again because they sick, because now they going through the shit that they was projecting. Listen, it's on you. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you decide to put your life on hold for that mother or that father because they going through it physically, and you know that they wasn't physically or spiritually or energetically there for you, they was nothing positive, and now they going through it, I can tell you that God's going to physically remove them out your life, like permanently. Like they'll pass away before he has you waste the rest of your life on them. I want you to know that. So sometimes in order for you to save them, you got to get away from them. Because if they are blocking you or projecting on you or limiting you, and you got a bigger task, and this is the lifetime where God said you finally going to get everything that you've been waiting on. Because this ain't the first lifetime that parent projected energy on you. This ain't the first time that partner didn't limit to you. This ain't the first time certain people didn't sit there and try to mess with you. Then that's why God said this lifetime you're not going through what your ass went through. You understand me? So for that, unfortunately, in some of you, in order to save them, you got to get away from them. And that's just that. But some of you, you decide to extend yourself to them, you're going to go through karma and consequences. They're going to disrespect you while you helping them. They're going to be damn near losing their mind, but they're going to remember their hatred towards you, right? I want you to, some people, how they say dementia, the truth comes out from them. They no longer can put on the act and things that they were suppressing. So if they was a racist, they real racist and disrespectful. If they really felt like this and had it suppressed about their kids, or felt like they missed out on certain things because of that, they start talking that, right? So I want you to realize that, chosen ones, some of you are creating your own karma based upon who you connected to. I know the empathy in you want to put yourself in their shoes, but why do that? They in with the position they in because of the shit that they did. So again, when they say, oh, well, put yourself in their shoes, why the fuck would I do that? Why the fuck would I do that? Why would you don't even want to be in those shoes? Why would I put myself in your shoes? Oh, put yourself in the shoes because they hurting. Why would both of us be hurting then, motherfucker? Like, I can tell you how to help you, but why the fuck? That's just dumb. Oh, I feel bad. I'm not feeling bad for so no disrespect. It's unfortunate that you got to go through that, but I can help you clean yourself up. But motherfucker, I ain't willing to go through that for you. No disrespect. Now, I done been there and came right back. I can show you what I did. I can show you how to get up. But I'm not about to switch that damn place with you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's like somebody that fell in the water. You told them to stop playing around. They knew that they couldn't swim when they got on that damn boat and didn't put on no life jacket. That's somebody who didn't pray, didn't do what God asked them to do. Now they struggling. Now they want to call to you. They want you to come out in the middle of the storm to assist them. Motherfucker, no. Absolutely not. We're going to wait till these waters ease up a little bit. They want you to come out there to rescue them when they didn't have to get rescued, but they chose to do some dumb shit. Now they going to call you out there in the middle and flip your damn boat. Absolutely not. They talking about what you want me to do, but what do you want the last message to your people to be there? No disrespect. I'm not about to switch. It's either you or it had to be no choice. That's the people that, again, are sending black magic, doing negative stuff. Nobody had to die, but you chose to do some dumb shit. So now you're getting it, not I. I'm not about to know. And I'm not about to speak on behalf of you and say you ain't mean to do what you did, motherfucker, because yes, you did. You done did magic 5 times. You done sat there and spoke negative things on their life, their family, and all of that. So don't talk about you ain't know what you was doing. You ain't know that she was doing it towards you, motherfucker. So no, absolutely not. I don't feel bad about that. I don't feel bad about what you're going through. Not your divine ones. But and some of y'all too, you keep crying about so-and-so cheat, and you knew they was a damn cheater. They cheated on you when y'all first got together, motherfucker. You acting like you surprised. Because there's some of you, you know, I tell you, I got to be real now. I'm real lovey-dovey towards you, but at the same time, motherfucker, 1 + 1 is 2. You talking about I can't believe they done cheated on you since you met the motherfucker. You can't believe it. What you mean you can't believe they cheated on you? They got 3-3-year-olds right now when you've been together with them for 5 years. Something's not adding up. And you don't got none of the babies. I'm just trying to say. 3-3-year-olds, motherfucker, do the math. But you talking about you can't believe they did. I can't believe. How I say, and I said this before he passed, and I say that shit after too. I don't care how many times OJ said he ain't do the shit. I ain't gonna be in the kitchen cutting up vegetables with the motherfucker. I don't care how much Jason say he don't stab motherfuckers in the back. I still ain't letting that motherfucker in the room or standing around me at all. So some of you out here acting so surprised that they keep stabbing you in your back, keep cheating on you. But what the fuck did you expect? I'm just trying to say, cut this shit out. You just acting so damn shocked and all. I can't believe. Now, listen, even that motherfucker said if he didn't do it, but if he did do it, it would have been like this. Does that sound familiar to your boyfriend or your girlfriend right now? Talk about they ain't cheated. They was going to cheat. They would have cheated with so-and-so. Like, motherfucker, why you just didn't say you wouldn't cheat at all? Why you sitting there saying if you was? Something don't add up. So if I didn't cheat, if I was going to cheat, I would have cheated. That sounds like you did that shit, actually. Motherfucker, that actually sounds exactly what they said happened. Y'all know how OJ did and had enough nerve to be up in the video with the knife like shing, shing, shing. Like, watch that. So y'all holding on. They a cheater. Cut the shit out. They didn't beat your ass. They'll whoop your ass again. I'm sorry. You either going to sit there and learn to bob and weave or you going to remove yourself from them. Because now you looking like Martin when he was up there fighting so-and-so on his damn episode. How Tommy looking like what? You look like you all lumped up and slumped up. Cut it out. You beautiful. That fighting shit. And masculines, I'm talking to you too. That shit ain't cute. A female fighting to put her hands on you. Absolutely not. You gonna save her by disconnecting from her or calling the police on her. Because if she try that shit with somebody else, I'm trying to tell you, she gonna end up losing her life. So sometimes you actually save them by leaving them because they're going to see karma and consequences come in for the shit that they're doing. You hold them responsible. So it's not cute just because you a masculine. They talking about, oh, that's a female. Nope. I don't care if it's a female or not. She broke your shit. She destroyed your shit. Get her booked. I don't care how they say that's some police shit. Well, 911 was your emergency. I'm describing everything. Yes, she's getting booked. Because guess what? She'll try to get you booked. So, and then guess what? When you get booked, what happens? You're going to be crying, asking God why. God said, listen, I told you. Energy can't be destroyed nor created, only transferred or transformed. So it's either you getting booked or her getting booked. And unfortunately for you, the divine person chose not to step up so that karmic gets that break. You got to be smart. It's either going to be you or be them. And I mean that energetically. So who are you connected to? If this person is bad news and you're connected to them, you're going to get bad news too. Who you connected to energetically or extend yourself to, even people that you watch or like on YouTube, whatever the case may be, you are sharing their energy. So if they're doing right, it's almost like you got to take that risk. You got to take that risk. You got to pay attention. You got to see where everything is, because as soon as you extend yourself, you're going to get, if that person has a coming and they really in their purpose and position and they extend themselves to you, anybody that's within their energy is getting blessed too. Just know that. And I tell everybody who comes to me, listen, I promise you, I'm going to make sure that at the end of the conversation, our coaching session, whatever was projected on you is no longer going to be felt. Anybody who's trying to stop you, I'm going to let you know who's trying to do it. And I promise you, they're going to be the ones going through hell. Anybody who try to sabotage you, even if it's you sabotaging you, baby, I'm going to speak life into you over you. I got you. We going to clean that ass up. You heard me? So just know I got you. If you're not sure of where you at, I got you. Everything's aligned. But this is go time. You understand me? This is go time. This is not the time for you to restrict yourself. You've been patiently, how they say that marathon, you've been patient. Now this last bit, you about to sprint into it. You about to sprint into this merge that you about to have. God's going to co-sign to the right one. You going to sprint into this business. Your business about to be booming overnight. You're not even going to know this. You're not even going to know this until you notice. You understand me? I'm trying to tell you. Get your rest right now. You wondering? God said, get your rest right now. That's it. Nobody's blocking you. Nobody's projecting you. Now, you can come to me and I can tell you if it's something being done to you, whatever. I promise you. Anybody who comes to me knows that. And I love y'all. Right, let me take this time. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm proud of you. You understand me? This is my purpose. I love this position. This is my passion. This is what I've done my whole life before God even started allowing me to get financially blessed for this position, right? I sat there and, again, this is my calling. This is something that I love. And I love the fact that you trust me with messages for you. The fact that I'm proud of you, because in order for you to know what's messages for you, you have to know you. You have to start healing you. You have to get into those dark areas. You understand me? So I'm proud of you, baby. You did it the right way. You sat there and cleaned up the room before you had new things coming through. You sat there and cleared up the room, and now you have all this space to do things that you want to do. And I mean that. You understand me? So just know I'm speaking life into you. Just know I love you. Just know that anytime I feel anybody energetically attacking you, I include you in my prayers. You understand me? Times that you don't believe in yourself, I'm on you, because I promise you, I got you. I love you so much. You got this. But I'm going to get up off here, chosen ones, because I do have a few coaching sessions to do. Please remember, if you book your coaching session today for the 30 minutes, there is $10 off of it, all right? This Self-Love Sundays. I'm going to, each weekend, I'll present some type of deal. Just because, again, we all about you helping yourself. We all about you building yourself up. I'm not going to allow you to miss out on what God has for you. So even if you upset when I talk that shit, I'm going to talk that shit, and I'm going to encourage you. I'm still going to sit there and celebrate you as you walking across this stage. So think of me almost like that teacher that's on you. Like, nah, you're going to walk across the stage. You're going to graduate like you're supposed to. And yes, you may be upset because I'm sitting there working one-on-one with you. I'm going to break down everything. No. But you're going to get this. And what you understand, chosen ones, you're going to then spread to somebody else so that they can get it too. So now that's like, again, equivalent to you being good at math, right? And the teacher like, listen, can you work on this person one-on-one? Now, all of a sudden, I've been worked one-on-one with you. Now you confident in the math. And now when somebody else needs assistance outside of my presence, you step up and assist them. That's that gift that keeps on giving. I promise you, chosen ones, it's the end of an evil era. We all uprising. You understand me? So stay in your divine energy. Know what's yours and what's not. If you got certain wins that you're expecting right now, do not connect with a karmic person. You understand me? So if you really are an athlete and say you